Hey everyone, I'll give my predictions for the Nordics Darts Masters and also recap the World Cup, which saw Scotland win. All right, before I get into the Nordic Darts Masters, just want to give some thoughts. Yeah, I stopped my prediction when I went golfing there, but I think I put predictions for the semifinals where I picked Scotland to get through. I think if I take a look at the quarterfinals, I did really well. I predicted England against Northern Ireland. Okay, Northern Ireland got beat by Austria, who had a great tournament as well. But really, Dolan's got 3 darts. Gurney had a couple darts. They should have got through. And then I had Scotland and Wales on the other side, which came through, so that was good. I didn't think Scotland was going to beat Wales, but and I didn't think Austria would beat England, or Northern Ireland was going to. I thought Northern Ireland would get through to the final. That was going to be Northern Ireland Scotland final. So, Northern Ireland Wales final with Wales taking it. But so a couple things just want to talk about the tournament. Let's start off with the first one. John Henderson. Watched him for a long time. That rock and throw, I just thought, you can't be rocking like that and be consistent. But let's take a look at what he did in that tournament. 64 out. Well, let's take a look at what Scotland did. In doubles against Wales, Netherlands, and Austria. All to a final leg. They all broke the throw on the final leg. And you're not breaking it against China. You're breaking against Van Gerwen, Dijvenbode, Clayton, Price, and Sulovic and Rodriguez. But those aren't lousy players. Now, the one against Netherlands was by far the biggest one. John Henderson, 64, left to go, and then has 40 waiting for Dijvenbode when he comes back. And he just takes it out. And he's got 46. I forget what. I want to say they were on 40 as well. Wales. They were on an out. 46. He misses the 6. He goes in the 10, and then just cream puffs the 18, double 18. Yeah, like John Henderson. The one thing about John Henderson, good score, not consistent. And that, I think the rock in the throw is the reason why he's not consistent. I thought Peter Wright was okay in the tournament. He's certainly been better. I think he had some really good games in that tournament, but he also, I think he was right. I think Henderson carried him. Certainly in the Wales, he beat Price and carried him in the doubles. So there's no doubt that Henderson's going to get there. Now the good thing is, I think Austria played well too. It was good to see as well. I thought Rodriguez played well. He didn't. Final, you could see the darts were going low, but in the meantime, if you think about what's happening, Sulovic, Rodriguez, and Henderson now get to go to the Grand Slam of darts, which is huge for them. Huge. Sulovic is teetering on leaving the top 32. That's going to give him some extra money. I know he doesn't really. If he played consistently, he'd be in the top 32, but he just doesn't. Rodriguez doesn't have a tour card. He doesn't have a tour card. I think he's in the top 60. He's definitely going to be making the Players' Championship. He'll be in the top 64 for the year. And another more money. I don't know what it takes. If he gets in the top 64, and I don't know how that works if you don't have a tour card, but if he gets in the top 64, he's got a chance. Maybe he gets a tour card because he's there. And then John Henderson, who's down at the bottom and struggling to keep his tour card, that's more money on his belt. So, and he might have saved his tour card with that tournament. So just fantastic results there. It was very entertaining. Again, I'm like most people, I'd like to see doubles more. And whether that means you play doubles game first before your singles games, I think that works. But you got to have doubles in every game. There's a lot of games that would 2-0, 2-0 just on the singles. I think you start off with the doubles, and then you do the rest. That's my personal opinion. But or you have all games of doubles. Or maybe a sets of doubles, but doubles is certainly the more entertaining of the ones, especially when you got teams that have a strong player and a weaker player. It certainly would give them a chance to participate a little bit more. But let's get into the Nordic Darts Masters. So the Masters series hasn't been going for a couple of years. So it's interesting as you take a look at the names here, not the names you would expect to see there, right? But I think they're looking more for entertainment than they are for quality. Someone like James Wade brings about as much entertainment as watching paint dry. So they're not going to bring him to a Masters, a showcase event, even though he's fourth in the world or top four. But if you take a look at the games, I mean, there's a couple players on the Nordic side that certainly stand out. That might be good. Darius Labanauskas, Matters Rasma. People have heard of Marco Cantelli before. Daniel Larsson's a tour car holder. I just don't see any of the pros, and I say that with Fallon being there. I guess Fallon's not a pro, but certainly for her, I know people are giving a lot of razz. Why is she going? I mean, she was going to go to all the Masters events before COVID, so why should she be punished for that? And she's going to bring an entertainment value. That's what she's going to bring. If you're trying to do entertainment, if Masters is strictly entertainment, you bring your most entertaining players. And if you take a look at who you got here, you got entertainment over quality, for sure. Gary Anderson is entertaining. Is he a better player than James Wade right now? No. You got Nathan Aspinall. Nathan Aspinall is an entertaining player. He's going to get the crowd fired up. That's what he does. Is he a better player than Jose de Souza? No. No. So this is where it is. It's all about the entertainment value. Is Fallon Sherrick better than Jose de Souza or James Wade? No, not even in the same league. Except for Fallon's going to put bums in seats. So if that's what you're trying to do with this tournament, it's a non-ranking tournament, I think you got the right players. My personal opinion. So if we go through the matches, you've got Dimitri Vandenberg versus Johan Engstrom. I'm going to take Dimitri Vandenberg pretty handily with, say, 6-3. I believe the first rounds are up to 6, right? And then you've got Johnny Clayton against, was it Ivan Springborg Polson? I don't know, heard of it. So we'll go Johnny Clayton 6-1. Nathan Aspinall, Matters Rasma. This is your chance. This is the one where you might see, well, there's two actually, but this is the one that I think has the biggest chance of an upset. I still like Nathan Aspinall to win this one, though, 6-4. But if Rasma gets off to a hot start, I think Aspinall's in trouble. Gerwin Price against Daniel Larsson. Yes, Daniel Larsson's a tour co-holder. I bet you all Daniel Larsson would have preferred to draw a Fallon. And same with Matters. I think they would win, but you've drew Gerwin Price, so I wish you the best of luck. 6-2 for Price. Gary Anderson against Andreas Toft Jorgensen. Sorry, I don't know the name. I'm going to take Gary Anderson to win this one 6-3. And then you got Fallon Sherrick against Niels Heidensau, and I think that's a really good draw for Fallon. You didn't want to draw Daniel Larsson. You didn't want to draw Cantelli. You didn't want to draw Rasma. You didn't want to draw Labanauskas. You drew one of the people. Niels Heidensau might win. I mean, Fallon's going to probably average, if she plays well on the stage, she's going to average in the 80s, high 80s, maybe early 90s. So I don't know what Niels Heidensau is going to produce, but I'll take Fallon Sherrick to win this one. This is 6-5. Peter Wright against Cantelli. Cantelli's a name that you've heard about, but unfortunately for Cantelli, he drew Peter Wright. I don't see that being any different than Peter Wright winning 6-2. And then Michael Van Gerwen against Lucky D, Darius Labanauskas. If Labanauskas plays the way he did in the World Cup, there is a chance for the Chihuahua to go home in the first round. Now, there would not be a tear coming down his face if Mr. Chihuahua leaves the tournament, but you imagine. It would be great to see, don't get me wrong. But I'll take Van Gerwen to win this one 6-4. So what that would do is set up a couple, so I'm going to go through and do the rest of it because I'm going to be in a golf tournament tomorrow. And it's going to be first thing in the morning, and you saw my video from the golf tournament, or from golf last week. Chances are it's not going to be very good. It's an early morning start. Yeah, you'll probably be in the same kind of shape I was when I did the last video. So what I'm going to do is just do the rest of it. So I'm going to take Price to beat Sherrick. And I believe now in the, let me just see here, it's a best of 19 legs. So to go to 10 for the quarterfinals. So if I do that, then I'll take Price to beat Sherrick 10-3. I'll take Vandenberg to beat Anderson 10-7. I'm going to take Wright to beat Clayton. I think that'll be a doozy. So I'm going to go 10-9. And then I think Van Gerwen's going to smoke Aspinall the way it works out. Unless Labanauskas gets through, I'll say 10-5. Aspinall does not play well recently against Van Gerwen, and they're actually terrible games. And then if we take a look at what that leaves in the semifinal to be Price Vandenberg, that could be a beaut. Maybe Price will be doing his dancing, and Sharon and Vanderberg's going to be dancing all over the place. I think Price gets his revenge. He takes this one pretty easily. Semifinals look like it's 21 legs, so in that case, if it's 21 legs, I'll take it 11-7 for Price, and then Wright Van Gerwen, who doesn't like a Wright Van Gerwen match. This would be the one that Van Gerwen wins, because if he's going to win a tournament, you want to pick one where you only have 8 really good players, maybe 10 good players. Well, yeah, 10 good players in the entire tournament. This would be the one he wins and goes, oh, I want a TV tournament. Meanwhile, there's only 10 players there. But, you know, that's what Van Gerwen would do. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Van Gerwen beats Wright. Wright probably doesn't care. I've already beat you in everything that's important. So, smoke jet the world match play. So, what are you going to do? So I'll take Van Gerwen to win this one 11-7. And that sets up a Price Michael Van Gerwen final. And let's go Price. Again, I think it's a best of 21 in the, best of 21 in the final. And I'll take Price to win this one 11-8. And your winner of your Nordic Masters, my prediction will be Gerwen Price. Let's see how I do. I hope everyone enjoys the darts. I'm looking forward to it. I will be able to watch the session today. I'll be in a golf tournament. I'll miss the morning session, I guess, or what they refer to as the afternoon session. But in Canada, that's a 7 o'clock start. I'll be on the golf course, and I'm going to do my best to see if I can get a hold of that evening session, which is the semifinal and the final. Hope everyone enjoys the darts. We'll see how I do. Cheers.